G'day and welcome to the Harley Roadshow. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're regular, welcome back. We're back down here at GRM Performance in Hoppers Crossing. I'm actually doing some work on my bike today. A few weeks ago I did a couple of videos on oil coolers and you know, how beneficial they are to the bike. And after talking to Romi, he suggested we do put one on mine, so we're in today to get it done. All right, so it's my turn today, Mr. Romi. What are we doing? Putting an oil cooler on, yeah?
Yes, we're doing oil cooler on your bike.
And also going to change the oil filter too.
Yes, we're going to put a high performance oil filter.
Yep.
Which they absolutely amazing.
Yep.
It's a billet oil filter. It's a high performance one. It filters much better than your stock oil filter.
Yep.
Paper filter. You just press it down and twist, and it comes out. And this is the element. It's washable. You don't have to replace it.
Yep.
You can buy spares if by any chance you manage to damage it. When you put it apart, it can be replaced. You can buy only this, which is far cheaper than the whole assembly. Also has here a little magnet. It's a super strong magnet, one of those neodymium magnets.
Yep.
And it tracks all the filing that comes out of the motor, which is quite amazing because when you take it apart doing service, if there is any problem with your motor, will be stuck to this magnet. So if your motor starts chewing itself for any reason,
it'll pick it up straight away.
You can tell straight away that there is an issue by the amount of metal that is going to be collected by this magnet. How
cool is that?
Yeah, it's very cool. It's a product used normally in high-end engines.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't come cheap. It's around $200 to buy, but
But then it's reusable. So
you're basically, if you have a bike that you're going to plan to keep for a longer time, you basically do save money because an oil filter is $20. So if you do 10 oil changes, this thing is paid. So
not only that, but it's actually looking after your bike.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so, but I'm talking strictly financially.
Yep.
On long term, it pays off because you don't have to replace it. On shorter term, also, it's a great advantage, especially for people which they have some mods done to the bikes.
Yep.
You can pick up straight away by taking this filter off if there is any issue with your motor. You can see here on this magnet
straight away.
Yeah.
So it's like early prevention too, isn't it?
Yeah. It sort of gives you an idea of how your bike runs.
Yep.
If there's any issues or
Beautiful. Let's get into it.
This is the warranty.
Yep.
The adapter for the oil filter. So this adapter screws into the oil filter.
Yep.
So we remove the original oil filter, and this comes apart and actually screws into it has an adapter.
Yep.
And becomes like an interface in between the bike's oil system.
Yep.
And then obviously the oil that normally comes on the oil filter, it will go through this connector into the oil cooler, and will return from the oil cooler will go through the filter and then back into the bike. So
obviously there's sensors and everything in there that picks up the temperature.
This is the sensor.
Yep.
That measures the temperature of the oil that comes out of the bike.
Yep.
And when it gets hot, reaches 100 degrees, this thing sends a signal. It's basically a switch.
Yep.
Sends a signal to a relay that turns on the cooling fans.
Yep.
Because here's the. So this is the oil cooler.
Yep.
In this case, you see, so basically the oil comes in through the line, goes into the cooler, comes cooled out, and when the temperature rises, the little relay will switch the power onto the thermal fans.
Yep.
And it will cool it down. It will be forced fan.
Very cool.
It's basically the same system as you use on a car.
Like a thermo fan.
Like a thermo fan on the car. Yeah, it's exactly the same principle, and just on a much smaller scale.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And what do these cost again?
This kit, it's $9.79.
Yep.
And then cost,
obviously
depending on
fitting
the shop who installs it, you can install. It's a DIY system. If you do have some mechanical knowledge and a lot of patience,
which I possess neither of. Apart from being an engineer.
You can possibly do it at home. It's not an easy job to do it on the floor, obviously, but if you do have a jack and some mechanical knowledge, you can do it at home. You don't
I was going to do it this morning, but I had other stuff on, so. Okay. And I know Romi's bored, nothing to do, so
Yeah, that's it.
I put it down here.
Sure.
And you got to change that bolt in there.
Yeah, we're changing the bolt that holds the oil filter in position
Yep.
with a longer one to accept the adapter.
Yeah, okay. Rightio, so that's done?
Yep, so that's the adapter.
Yep.
I'll get a torch. There it is. There's the adapter installed. Yep. As you can see, it fits well on the oil filter place. So it replaces the oil filter. And then we're going to install now the oil cooler, which is going to bolt onto the adapter. Yeah. And then the oil filter fits over the top. Over the top, and that's pretty much it. Okay. Obviously, after that, we have to do the wiring. Yeah. These lines, they can be very tricky. Yep. And if you're gonna do it as a DIY, yep, you have to be very careful not to kink them. Okay. Because they're Teflon, and once you kink them, yeah, you have to replace them. Basically, they're damaged. Okay. So it's again one of those things that if it's more, not as much as on knowledge as your experience, knowing ahead. Yep. To be careful. Yeah, yeah. Certain things. Yep. Okay. Go the other side. No, go the other side. Yep. Just hold the regulator up a bit so I can sneak this in. That'd be hard. Yep. Yeah, that's it. Beautiful. You wouldn't believe it's gonna fit there, is it? No. I know, right? It looks nice and neat, doesn't it? Look at the way. Yeah. That's what I like about them. It doesn't look obtrusive. No, it looks like it's meant to be there. Meant to be there. That's right. It's not like an afterthought. And in my humble opinion, it should be friggin' there. Yeah. Well, it's a long conversation. You're right, but realistically, Australia does have a bit of an extreme environment. Yeah. And even if it doesn't, when these bikes were designed, the EPA's tests, they weren't that strict, so the bikes, they weren't that lean. Yep. And then you put cams and you increase, we talked about all that. Yeah, so it's probably one thing on top of the other. I would say it's probably a bit to the limit from factory. Yep. But the factory says, you know, like, if it's not really necessary, we're not going to spend the money. Because it all comes down to money, you know? Yeah. If it's like really not critical for the engine's functionality, they're not going to do it. Yep. There it is, guys, basically in place. So that's a pretty quick exercise, really, to put that on. It's not not a mess. I mean, it's designed to be plug and play. So, admittedly, it does help a lot having a hoist. As I said, you can do it at home, but it can be, especially in some of the bikes where you have to run the cables in a certain way and all that. It's a bit hard, you know, but it can be done. Yeah. Just with a bit of time and effort. Yep. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So as part of the kit, you also get this little adapter thing too. Yeah, you need it to get in there. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Well thought of. Cool. That's the pipes connected. Yep. The pipes have been connected. Yep. There you go. There we go. Nice and neat. Yep. And then we'll just install the oil filter and we're done. We're good to go. Very well. Alright, so now we're just running the wires, yeah? Yep. We're doing the wiring. Yep. So here we got Jay
Jay's one of the new mechanics. Is it true, Jay, that you're the youngest mechanic in Australia at 14 years of age? That guy's 26. He looks about freaking 13.
All right, so that's done. Now we have to take the seat off.
Yep.
Wire up
the loom
to the battery, and you also saw some dusty roads, mate.
I know. What are you saying? I don't clean my bike up?
Yeah. What do you reckon?
Ridden, not hidden.
That's it.
So you come here and you get dirt shamed.
Dirt shamed.
Dirt shamed. What can I say? I ride the thing. So it just all hooks in the battery terminals like that, pretty simply?
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's actually really simple, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's just the only bit we have to run a power from the accessories so the thermal fans work only when the ignition is on.
Yep.
And that's an extra wire that we have to wire up. But the kit comes with it. Plugs in with this.
Yep. Before we were so rudely interrupted.
That's right. And we'll just put some zip ties here.
Yep.
We're gonna zip tie the whole lot. This is the wire that we need to wire up.
Okay. And what does that go into?
It goes to the accessory power.
Yep.
So we can get from more than one place. Usually on all Harleys, your accessory power, it's the orange wire with the red wire with the yellow strip, or orange wire with the white strip, depending on the models.
Yep.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go here to the tail light.
Yep.
Because the tail light, it's connected with the accessory power.
Okay.
So we're just gonna hook it up straight in, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. So it's the orange wire?
So yeah, so in this particular case,
Yep.
we had in the kit came with a connector adapter.
Yep.
Which I managed to hook up to. I found a connector for accessories.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna literally hook up into that instead of going to there, and it's much more elegant. You can always disconnect it.
Yep.
It looks better. It's better.
Everything.
Yeah.
Better finish.
Better finish, yes, for sure. That's it. Normally you do this with a heat gun, not with this. Because with the heat gun you have a better temperature control, you're not going to burn the plastic.
Yep.
The way I did it.
But you're like a Rambo of the heat gun world. Bigger is better.
No, I just didn't have the heat gun handy.
Flamethrower wasn't available today.
Comes with a little test kit.
Okay.
So it has a wire that shorts out the pin of the sensor.
Yep.
And we'll plug it in and turn the bike on. And the thermal fans kicks in, then we're down the wiring correctly, and we can plug in the sensor.
Geez, a very comprehensive kit, isn't it?
Yes.
Really well put together.
Make sure you've done the whole wiring correct.
Yep.
Just plug this in, comes with the kit. Just turn the ignition on.
And there she goes.
And now you know the kit was installed correctly.
Yep.
Switch it off.
I never doubted you, mate. I never doubted you.
And now we can plug this in. There you go.
Beautiful.
Now we just push this in here. Snugly. And we can call that a job done.
So there you go, guys. All done, fitted.
Yep.
Looks absolutely fantastic.
Works even better.
Works even better. And I've got to be honest, I reckon that if you're half smart, you'll be able to do that yourself with a DIY, no worries.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
No.
It was a pretty.
It's a comprehensive kit. Comes with really clear instructions with photos.
Yep.
Actually, every step of the instructions they actually have photos, so they show you the part that you have to work with,
yep.
the way to install it, and how to do it. So if you do read the instructions properly, you'll be fine.
Yep. There you go, guys. Another job done. I'll let you know once I get out on the road how it performs. But obviously they work good. because I know Romi's had it on his bike. He reckons it's fantastic. Correct?
Correct.
Correct. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the Harley Roadshow. If you did, give us a big thumbs up, and we'll catch you next time.